requested that I do like a foundation tutorial, and so I decided I was going to do that and kind of just do like what my full face process is when I'm doing full face, because a lot of times I kind of shortcut and just use moisturizer, or I just kind of don't use blush. But so I just decided to turn into like a full face tutorial, basically just how my I do foundation, blush, contour, and yeah, so that's pretty much it, and I hope this is helpful. So yeah, shout out to my NGB Sydney for requesting this. So hope you like it. And I'm gonna have all the products I use on my face in the description box, and hopefully I'll have it somewhere else. So peace. Alright, so we're gonna start off with our foundation. We have to get the base right. So I am using MaryKay's foundation, and I'm just gonna stipple that all over my face. Just stipple basically until it blends out some. So you just basically just keep using that stippling motion. I'm using a duo fiber, sorry, and you just basically stipple until it evens itself out, which is what I am doing here. And just make sure you apply it to everywhere, except I'm trying to avoid directly into the eye, because you don't want to get foundation in the creases under your eye, because it's gonna look gross and make you look like you have wrinkles, and I'm 23 years old and I have no wrinkles. So yeah, no. So like I said, just keep blending. You have to blend. Like, you cannot get around blending out liquid foundation. You just can't. I'm sorry. I know you probably want to, but you can't. So yeah, so then I'm just basically buffering around the edges. Basically this helps with people being able to see in like pictures where your foundation stops and where your real skin tone begins. And so this is just a trick I saw somebody on YouTube do, where basically you just buff out the edges so that it's just a smooth transition and it blends better, and you know, there's no big stark line as to where you stopped. So then for my contour, I'm just using a darker color foundation that's like this cheap CoverGirl Queen, you know, color that's darker than the foundation that I use, and actually would probably be too dark for my entire face. So I use that, just place that in the hollows of my cheeks with the little foundation brush that's also from Sigma. Pretty much all the brushes except for one that I use in this video are from Sigma. So you just basically paint it on. It looks like I'm painting and it looks like a paintbrush, so we'll just go with paint. You just paint it on, and do not stop contouring here, because you will look like some kind of crazy forest person ready to go to war. So you take a clean duo fiber brush, and you just buffer it out lightly, but just buffer it. Basically with the amount I put on, you're still gonna see it, but it just takes away that really stark line. And I like to do it with foundation just because it blends more naturally than, say, like using a dark blush, you know. Then I'm just doing more blending because, like I said, you can't get around it, and I just have a thing with my face looking all goopy and weird and stuff. And yeah, so just blend to the gods, blend to your heart's content, dearie. Then I'm taking some concealer and placing it right under the eye. I usually use the brush. Must have been feeling lazy that the day I recorded this, which was weeks ago. Sorry guys. But basically just take that. I take it directly under the eye and a little bit farther past the eye, and you're gonna see a little later I also take my brush and bring it down a little bit. It just helps with the highlight, because I basically use my concealer as my highlight. And the point of highlighting contouring is just to basically emphasize the way light naturally already hits your face. So I just put make sure that area, it's like this little triangle area basically between your eye and your cheekbones, is like properly highlighted with concealer, which, like I said, I'm using my brush and just making sure it gets in all those areas, and it's just going to make the contour look so much stronger. So I basically refuse to contour my nose because of the historical context of black people having to slim their nose to make it look more like white people, so I refuse to do it. But anyway, you can just set all of this with powder, Ben Nye powder, just setting everything on my face with that before I add my blush. And then I'm going to add my blush, and that just completes my face routine. One of my friends requested me do that sounded weird, okay, without like putting on eyeshadow and without lipstick. So basically I'm just going to show you how I get this, and my eyebrows will not be done in the video you're about to watch, but basically just how I thank you phone basic. Hey friends, one of my Twitter friends slash real friends slash okay